Okay, welcome to another episode of Park the Bus. Rishabh, कैसा है तू? Meeting after a week.
Good. I'm good. I'm good. What about you?
I'm good. I'm good. Lots of stuff. I think much more इस बार शायद थोड़ा non-football stuff ज़्यादा हुआ है in and around
Yeah.
off the football pitch
Yes.
compared to
Yeah.
matches तो उतने थे नहीं. फिर we'll get back to that. But yeah,
We'll
क्या
have.
क्या क्या discuss करना है before we actually discuss some actual football shit.
Uh, I think we'll have main set of games this week from today onwards. I
हाँ
think tonight
हाँ
we have Crystal Palace versus Real Madrid, right? If I'm not wrong. Crystal Palace going for the treble.
यार क्रिस्टल पैलेस बोल बोल के I legit thought उनका मैच है. But yeah. I thought that was yesterday, but and I was like fully ready कि okay आज ऑफिस खत्म, I'm gonna watch. तब तेरा टेक्स्ट है कि आज नहीं है. Okay, तो एजेंडा देख लेते हैं. Let's see the agenda. बताओ what's on our agenda then. Okay, so कहाँ से शुरू करें? कोपा डेल रे.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Getting the heebie-jeebies already. So I mean, yeah, I don't have that much. I mean, any new insights तो नहीं, पिछली बार बात किया था उस पे, but ऐसा कुछ ज़्यादा खास बोलने को तो है नहीं. There is this narrative. I mean, yesterday I shared that with you. तूने देखा ही होगा वो जो रेफरी लेके जो इंसिडेंट हुआ है,
Yeah, right. Huh.
उस पर बात करेंगे.
Yeah.
But I feel like I want to set one thing before we start कि जो फाइनल का नैरेटिव होता है ना, एंड I mean, you can go into forms, you can go into tactics and all of that. But final में, like, I don't think, and especially in
Yeah.
a cup final, tactics is not something that we,
Yeah, and
yeah.
nobody knows better than us because we beat Man City last year in the FA Cup final. I still don't know how we beat them, but yeah, we beat them. So I completely agree
Yeah.
that finals is a different game altogether.
But हाँ, I mean, जो भी बार्सिलोना का जो भी फॉर्म रहा है, all of those, I'm anyway like मैं थोड़ा अपने आप को काम रख के ही बोल रहा हूँ. I'm not going to like have a chip on my shoulder, unlike a certain fan base. But तो जो भी है, but then again we go against Madrid. ठीक है,
Yeah.
लास्ट फाइनल कोपा डेल रे फाइनल दैट वी won against Madrid was I think back in 90s if I'm not wrong.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm probably I might be misquoting but check कर लेंगे, कोई बात नहीं.
Oh.
But then the last two we lost, one in 2013 and one in, I mean, against whenever it was against Madrid. 2013 and 11 में तो रोनाल्डो ने ही गोल किया था. But even though like we know about Madrid, we know about Barca, but finals में it's not even 51-49 to for me
Yeah.
honestly. It's not. It's like pure 50-50 and उनके पास credibility है. They have that. I mean they have that in the UCL, but like Copa del Rey for them is like never been a priority. Historically, it's never been a priority.
Okay.
So man, I'm just setting up some facts straight. Ki
So where is the finals going to take place?
I still don't know. तो बार
Wow.
यही पूछता
My
है.
God.
And that is irrelevant because whatever buzz has been happening
So
around.
it's Estadio de.
Oh, Luis companies, no? Is
Where's
it
that?
Barca? Is it Barca?
Okay, it's going to take place at your home ground, is it?
Yeah. Whatever we have right now.
But why is that? Like, how do you decide that? Oh, so
Yeah.
did you guys win the Copa del Rey last year?
No, back in 2021, पिछले बार.
Then why is it happening at your home ground?
पता नहीं. To be
Okay.
honest, I have no idea. इतना
All right.
टेक हाँ इतना टेक्निकल तो गया नहीं, but yeah, you have anything to say before we dive deep into it?
Uh, well, I'd like to say one thing. I was happily surprised yesterday to look at that referee fiasco that happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, for those of you who don't know what happened, basically the referee who is going to officiate in the finals, he had a press conference, and he reportedly
Unprecedented.
he reportedly broke down over the videos that Real Madrid TV released about him being a biased official, or they basically highlighted his wrong decisions over a lot of matches where Real Madrid were caught on the wrong side of his decision. So when questioned about that, he broke down and he said that my son too feels that I am a dishonest person, but I have to, convince him that I do my job honestly and all that stuff. And now Real Madrid are asking that official to be replaced because they feel they have been hard done by that guy in the past as well. So that's basically the gist of what happened. But I was happily surprised by one thing, and I would like to know your thoughts as well, Chiranjeev, about it. Why are referees having press conferences in La Liga? Man, I mean, bring that to the Premier League. We desperately need it.
प्रीमियर लीग में अगर वो लाया जाए तो वो एवरी वीक होगा.
Exactly.
मतलब there's a
My
segment, there's
God.
a segment कि तेरा टीम का प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस होने से पहले या फिर बीच में एक रेफरी का होएगा. ठीक
Right.
है.
And it is such a innovative thought. I love it. You should have press conferences more. I mean, no, like seriously, do they usually have press conferences in La Liga? I don't know.
I don't. I mean, I don't think so because इतना. I mean, I haven't seen. And ये भी इसलिए because it's like a final. And उसका थोड़ा background है. Like the referee, statistically, like whenever he has officiated matches, like Barca का 86% win rate, 82 or 86, I don't know. वैसा 80 plus percentage रहा है win rate, and Madrid has like what 18, which is like I don't know. But ये जो narrative set हुआ है ना, this is the problem actually. Like you're kind of like देखो पहली बात तो Real Madrid TV they say Real Madrid say that they're not affiliated with it. ठीक है, it's an independent entity on its own. They can do whatever they want from the content you get from matches, everything. But नाम में देखना तो Real Madrid TV. ठीक है, and obviously सबको पता है पेरेस का influence सबको पता है. So directly or indirectly, like you never know what might happen. तो जो भी
No,
हो
I
रहा है,
mean, the federation has already denied, right, that they are not going to change the referee.
they're not going to change the referee.
Yeah,
No,
right.
and I think Real Madrid, I mean, obviously are playing. वो उन्होंने बोला था
Yeah.
कल रात को
Uh,
कि like we might not play, and they didn't say कि we're not going to play.
it's too late to pull out actually,
Hmm.
and if they pull out, then it'll be like giving a walkover to Barcelona. So
No, but then what is the basis for pulling out? Just because a referee had a meltdown?
I mean,
That's
see,
not the basis, no?
you can look at it uh, like from the other side as well. Now, if say
तू
suppose,
न्यूट्रल हाँ तू न्यूट्रल थे मैं कितना भी कुछ
uh,
बोल लूँ मेरा बायस रहेगा.
right
हाँ.
now, say suppose if United are playing say Man City in a final, and then Michael Oliver, who by the way is notorious for supporting Man City,
हाँ.
right?
हाँ.
He does a press conference and says that uh, you know uh, people accuse me of supporting Man City, but my son also accuses me. I'm very deeply saddened by the content that Man United has put out last night. This that. So obviously, as a United fan, I will feel, what if he brings that grudge into the match, right? He is of course grudging against the people who have put out content against him, right? For in this instance,
Hmm.
Madrid TV.
Hmm.
So what if he brings that grudge into the match? I mean, Real Madrid fans have every right to question the referee, right? Yeah, if he would have not done that press conference, right? And if say suppose he did not do any press conference, but that referee has a history of say going giving decisions against Real Madrid, then you could have been justified by usse kya hota hai. So, but he has done a press conference, right? And he broke down and he called out Real Madrid TV in that press conference. So of course, I mean, if you look at it in that way, I mean, Real Madrid fans are entitled to be a little
No,
worried.
but also it's not that easy, na. Because I mean, you're officiating the match, but तेरे साथ there are like a bunch of other referee staff है ना पूरा. Then
Yeah,
you obviously have,
I
and
of course.
everyone's watching it. I mean, you
Yeah,
can't do
I
इतना
mean,
तेरे पास.
see, there is. I'll tell you something. There is no point discussing it because who knows what will happen in the game,
Yes.
right? So let's see. Let's
हाँ.
hope that it's you know
VAR तो है ही, and
interesting.
like VAR is also notorious at times.
Yeah.
But then imagine, yeah, imagine this situation कि in another universe Madrid are able to change the referee, but then they still lose.
I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, you have to play well.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
referee is not going to decide tactics and stuff, right? So,
No, but then the I still don't agree with the narrative set by Madrid. Ki, like we're not going to play and all of that, because
hey,
I can see a similar thing happening during Ballon d'Or. That if you're not getting, then like we are not none of
yeah,
the Madrid
about
stuff
that,
is coming.
right? About that, I mean, Real Madrid. I mean, I'll not say Real Madrid. Vinicius Junior, right? When he didn't win the Ballon d'Or, when Rodri won it, he put out a tweet. Right now, I'll show the world this, that, this, that.
10x or something
Yeah,
he
something
was.
like that. And then he fell off. So that's the issue. I mean, I personally believe in keep your head down and work,
Yeah.
and things will come to you. I mean,
And interestingly, Lamine Yamal has put that story. मतलब वो नहीं डाला. He's just like, what do you call? Silence is louder than words.
uh,
ऐसा कुछ डाला है उसने.
see, that is why I really see people, they troll a certain defender from Man United. They have been trolling for a very long time. He happens to be
He's the
Harry.
best example. Honestly, he's
He's
the
a
best example.
I mean, Harry Maguire, he was ridiculed even in the parliament. Where I mean, where has there was an African parliament somewhere in
Hmm.
Congo or
Hmm.
somewhere. He was ridiculed even in an parliament in Africa. So that was the level of trolling that happened. He didn't say a word, and now he has become. Oh, by the way, from Harry, like talking about Harry Maguire, I remember he won the game against he won us the game against Leon, right?
Hmm.
So he became an overnight hero in two countries.
Ah.
Uh, not I would not say countries as well. I'd say he became an overnight hero in two cities, one Manchester and one Saint Etienne. So
Ah.
Saint
Okay.
Etienne, they are like fierce rivals with Leon, right?
Hmm.
So when their derby match, they had the derby match last week, I guess. So all the Saint Etienne fans, they were wearing Maguire shirts and they were thanking Harry Maguire. So
Burn.
why the match against United was very important for Leon was because Leon is struggling financially, right? So they desperately need, I think, 80 or 90 million from somewhere to sustain their
Hmm. I'd read about that.
finances. So to get into the UCL or win the Europa League was very important for them. So it was a double blow for them. But they have good players like Cherky and stuff, right? So I think they can sell them and also recoup some of that money.
But the situation is, yeah, मैं एकदम भूल गया था. The situation is grim actually.
Yeah, for Leon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
But yeah, enough talk about Leon. Please preview the Copa del Rey final for us, Chiranjeev. What do you think about it?
see, like I said, इसलिए मैंने narrative पहले ही set कर दिया कि I am going in with 50-50. I have confidence about Barcelona, but you know what happened. Lewandowski not there. Balde not there. I'll get into a little bit of tactics. I'll not bore everyone with more tactical approach, but I'll tell you what happens when we don't have them. So Casado is not there. Obviously, he hasn't been there. Balde is not there. Who opens up the pitch? Lewandowski is not there. But Ferran, super sub वगैरह वो सब जो भी है. So now we have the situation where we need to prioritize midfield, defense, and now attack also.
Mhm.
क्योंकि ठीक है लेवेंडोस्की लिंकअप प्ले अच्छा कर रहा था एंड
Mhm.
फॉर सम रीजन ही स्कोरिंग गोल्स लाइक ही इज गुड सो ही इज गेटिंग द नंबर्स
Mhm.
बट लाइक उसका एब्सेंस इज लाइक ऑल्सो नॉट एक्सेप्टेबल ठीक
Okay.
है नाउ यू डोंट हैव बाल्डे the whole reason Rafinha feels comfortable in the left wing is because he can come inside because Balde will वो खींच लेगा
Overlap.
पिच को हाँ वो
Ah,
पिच
right.
को खींच लेगा सो ही विल बी लाइक एंड ही कैन कवर बैक फास्ट सो वो डिफेंस भी कर लेगा ही विल एक्ट एज अ लेफ्ट विंगर तो यू हैव अ मिडफील्ड ओवरहोल्ड
Mhm.
ठीक है
Right.
and Pedri becomes 10 time and again. So now comes the role where Olmo was signed, and I remember how much talk there was about Olmo when he was about to come. But then जब हांसी फ्लिक ने बोला ना when he in a press conference or something that he told about the significance of Olmo in his team. मैं तब short था. I mean, there was more hate around Olmo. I wouldn't say hate, but negativity around Olmo कि उस जगह पे नहीं चाहिए. You already have Fermin, you have Pedri,
Mhm.
ठीक है. But see how the coach is using. Then again, so that's why I'm saying. See, Hansi Flick like he's doing it in such an efficient way. अभी Olmo को अगर left पे भी डाल देगा and Rafinha को center खिलाएगा,
Mhm.
then same thing is supposed to happen.
Ah,
But now there's a confusion. I'm not sure if Olmo is going to start or Fermin is going to start. Fermin क्या करता है कि he has that unpredictableness in like the in opening up spaces. He does that really good. Olmo does that, but his specialty is putting up like being present in the final third. वो फाइनल थर्ड में ऐसे अराइव करेगा और ही ऑलरेडी बी देयर कि यू डोंट नेसेसरली फील द लॉस ऑफ एन आउट एंड आउट स्ट्राइकर.
okay.
ठीक है. नाउ द फ्रंट इज
Like
सिक्योर.
what Scott McTominay did for us last season.
You can say yes,
Yeah.
yes. But now comes the talk about left back, and Madrid are going to fully expose that. उनका मेन एजेंडा वही रहने वाला है. I think they are not going to do many tactical changes. हम आएंगे उस पर, बट जेरार्ड मार्टिन एंड हेक्टर फोर्ट आए. तूने तो सुना ही होगा हेक्टर फोर्ट और जेरार्ड मार्टिन के बारे में. जेरार्ड मार्टिन इज वेरी अनकंफर्टेबल व्हाइल प्लेइंग बिकॉज
Okay.
उसका ऑफेंसिव आउटपुट उतना नहीं है. आई मीन ऑब्वियसली बाल्डे इज वर्ल्ड क्लास, but aerial duels में जेरार्ड मार्टिन इज रियली गुड एंड ही कैन ट्रैक बैक ऑल्सो. एंड उसने ज्यादा गेम्स खेले हैं. फोर्ट इज अ बेटर ऑप्शन ऑफेंसिवली. बट अगेन आई हैव द सेकंड कंफ्यूजन इज आज फ्लिक किसको खिलाएगा. विल फ्लिक बी अ बिट मोर pragmatic and play Martin, or he'll take even more risks and play Ford.
Okay.
Ford technically right back है, but पिछले मैच में लेफ्ट बैक खेला था अगेंस्ट मयोर्का एंड ही वाज रियली गुड. एंड उसके दो मैचेस पहले भी वो खेला था. whenever he plays he is amazing. बट जेरार्ड मार्टिन का क्या है ना, ही इज एन आउट एंड आउट लेफ्ट बैक, तो ट्रस्ट ज्यादा रहता है ना ओवर अ कन्वर्टेड वन. कैंसेलो वाला सिचुएशन जो हो गया. तो दैट्स व्हेयर आई एम अ लिटिल बिट कंफ्यूज. एंड ऑल्सो मैंने पिछले वीडियो पे बोला था फ्रैंकी डियोंग में मुझे उतना कॉन्फिडेंस है नहीं. बट आई स्टिल फील Pedri and Frankie de Jong will be a better jodi than your Pedri and Gavi,
All right.
because Gavi needs to be the disruptor.
So, in this pair of Pedri and Frankie de Jong,
Hmm.
who do you think will sit back more?
Frankie de Jong, obviously.
Because against a team like Real Madrid, you will obviously have to cover your defense a little bit, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
you are always so Barca. I think they play a very high line, if I'm not
yeah,
wrong.
yeah, yeah.
So because of which even Celta Vigo scored 3 goals, right?
Yes.
So although I get that Barca scored 4 goals, but you play a high line,
Hmm.
so the runs behind are easy to make, right?
No, they read our passes.
Yeah, exactly. So, what do you think? Is Hansi Flick still going to play that high line, or considering the pace of Vinicius, Mbappe,
No, no, no.
Rodrigo, are
Obviously.
is he going to sit back a little bit? What
अभी
do you?
अभी अभी तेरे पास चॉइस होगा थोड़ा हराम बॉल वर्सेस टोटल फुटबॉल के बीच में. तो डेफिनेटली this Barca has a like comparatively has a faster builder. So
Okay,
obviously he'll play the high line. He will obviously play the high line because that's his whole thing. Riskier football. That's his thing. You cannot get away from your fundamentals. जैसे Amorim is solid on his fundamentals. 3-4-3
right,
खिलाना है.
right.
You will not get away from fundamentals. But as soon as we have a minimum like 1-0 lead is not in a final against Madrid.
Yeah, of course.
1-0, 2-0, 3-0 means nothing. ठीक
Yeah,
है. You never know because individual talent.
yeah,
तो but then they have to make a choice कि Arsenal जैसा Arsenal played a case study हो सकता है उनके दो legs में.
right.
It was so good.
Yeah, yeah,
So you have to do that. You have to do that. You have to sit back at the moment when you think you need to.
yeah.
Injuries क्या पता mid match में हो जाए. तो yes, a mix of both.
Lewandowski is out, right?
Yep.
Lewandowski is out, and there is one more guy who is out, right? I think
Lewandowski is out. Balde is out. Casado
Balde,
has
right?
been out.
And from Real Madrid, I think Camavinga is out.
Camavinga is out. I should not say this, but feels good. But
Yeah, of
yeah.
course, you it will. All right. So yeah, what's your prediction for the match?
I feel
I mean, of course, you are going to predict Barca will win, but what's the scoreline? Do you think that's
I
considering
feel it'll be I think it should be a high scoring match. मतलब goals रहेंगे match में. I think it should be 3-2.
three
Barca
two?
in favor of Barca, yes.
Okay, that means Barca will just
Because why I'm saying why I'm saying 3-2 is because like players tired heavy, they're fatigued. I mean they got rest before this,
yeah.
but still you
So
have the whole
I
season.
think Barcelona. When did they play their match last?
Today is what, 26th? I think 23rd. Mallorca के against.
Real Madrid played on 24th.
Yeah,
Right.
1 day gap रहता है. Yeah. But yeah, I think Madrid में one thing I wanted to mention is like पिछले मैच में they played Arda Güler, ठीक है? He
Hmm.
played along with who was there? I think last match only Kamavinga got injured, no? But Arda का क्या था कि they saw a little bit of they saw a little bit of improvement in the midfield. कि he was going back, he was going deep, and he was connecting the both the halves. But then again, you had 22.2 xg create किया था उनके against.
Hmm. All
So
right.
you were saying they were really good, but I mean, they were good. I'm not saying they were not. But then still, उस team ने I forgot the team. Team का नाम क्या था यार? Can you check?
Hmm.
So, but that team still ended up creating 2.2 xg. So
The team that Barca played last
no, no, Madrid
match.
played. Madrid played.
Oh yes. Oh, cha, cha, okay. 1 minute. I don't know. They 2-1 1-0, right? If I'm
हाँ,
not
one
wrong.
nil, 1-0, yes, both on 1-0.
It was it was Getafe.
Yeah, yeah. So like, you supposedly play well. I'm not denying it, but then team कर लेती है तुम्हारे against. So I'm hoping that Barca can bring about at least उससे ज़्यादा XG तो कर ही लेगी.
Hmm.
But yeah, they definitely I would suggest कि flick कर लेगा. I feel कि defensively orient कर लेगा team को.
Right. Hey, have you heard something about the Getafe manager? Like there are talks about him playing anti-football and all that stuff.
गटावे का मैच तो उतना
I
honestly
mean,
follow करता नहीं, but मैंने ऐसा तो सुना नहीं अभी.
yeah, they say that he plays football. Even Simeone would be proud of something like that. I read an article. I think,
Probably. अच्छा ऐसा बोला क्या सिमियोनी ने proud of?
yeah, I mean, so basically, I've read a little bit about it. But so basically, what happens is the regular principles that usually the coaches follow, right?
Mhm.
While setting up tactics and stuff,
Mhm.
he has abolished all those principles. So basically, if say suppose the opponent receives the ball, there are like five people converging on that guy, something like that. So the other teams and whoever are interested in tactics, the Real Madrid fans or Barca fans who usually are interested in tactics, they say that this guy is completely anti-football and all that stuff. So
शाओलिन सॉकर खिलाता है क्या?
yeah, something like that. I've never watched the matches, but yeah, I was reading an article. So
Yeah. Okay, up to the next topic. What is that?
okay, what's the next thing on the agenda? You want to talk a little bit about Barca versus Inter, or because we have the match next week only, right?
Oh, कैसा week है यार? Too many things happening at
So
the
do
same
you know the I I was reading up on some stats. Barca and Inter, they have the same defensive record in all competitions.
time. Ah, yeah,
But the
yeah,
thing
yeah.
is, they defend very differently,
Hmm.
but still they have the same defensive record. So yeah, it's going to be a very close game.
I mean, Inter has an all-in-out defensive shape.
Yeah,
Barca has an offensive shape, but then they managed to cut back
defend
from
well.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, defend well, yes. But yeah, I mean, I forgot to tell. Pau Kubarsi, yeah, like, see, for me, for this season, even if we don't win anything, थोड़ा तो खलेगा obviously, but
Uh,
I'll still be like very proud of this team. First of all, because bunch of kids. Second of all, कि एक philosophy में and new coach and all, they adapted really well. But we talk very less about Kubarsi. The job that he is doing, like the strings that he is pulling off with a 33-year-old के साथ,
hmm.
वो जो like कैसे pull off कर रहा है वो इतना age difference वो maturity, how is he bringing it? But then again, like when you come with a team like Inter, by the way, Inter has lost Coppa Italia with Milan, and Milan का
Yeah,
काफी खराब रहा है, like on and off रहा है उनका. I've
right.
not seen the match. I've seen the highlights, but I don't know. Like, didn't expect that, but they lost two matches in a row, actually.
Hmm.
तो
Okay.
ऐसा नहीं है. We should not take it in this regard कि दो
Momentum.
matches हाँ दो matches आ रहे हैं तो momentum. They can come back for revenge.
Right.
Honestly, Italian team and all of that, and they can वो लोग कर लेंगे matchup. Totally, like they can match up. So I see this also as fully even.
So Chiranjeev, do you think? there is a very realistic prospect of Barcelona from going to potentially winning the treble to becoming trophyless this season?
Um, I can only. I mean,
This
yes.
this brings me to another point.
Hmm.
You can answer that together. So I think there is only 4 points difference between you and Real Madrid in
Four
the league.
points, yes.
So I think there is an El Clasico in May.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that will be a dead rubber, or will that be a title decider according to you? So you can
That
answer.
that should not be a title decider. ये short question है तो ये पहले कर लेता हूँ. That this should not be a title decider because still you have a gap of 1 point and इस stage पे आके 1 point
No,
matters a lot.
no. What if going into that El Clasico in May, you say draw a match before that, or maybe you are caught on the wrong side of the result in a match before that, and then you go into the El Clasico as like the El Clasico becomes basically a 6 pointer, right? So
Ah,
do you think there is a possibility? I don't know what matches you have before the El Clasico,
no, I don't
but
think we have a La Liga match before El Clasico. No? Let me
oh,
check
you
it.
don't.
Yeah, इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ. You'd still have. And मैंने
Okay,
सुना भी था, पढ़ा
okay.
भी था. एक second, I'll just check. Uh, Barca Inter, Valladolid is La Liga. Ah, yeah, yeah. There is a match.
Okay.
There is a match with Valladolid, and that is after right after the first leg with Inter. Inter के बाद ही है वो.
So that's what I'm asking. So there is this Copa del Rey final, then there is the UCL
Champions League.
semi-finals, and then there is that pressure of the La Liga match, right? Because every match has now become do or die, basically.
Yeah.
So do you think that pressure will catch up to Barca?
More than pressure, I'd say fatigue would catch up to Barca.
Yeah. So yeah,
And then I think the pressure would be a byproduct of fatigue. And
right.
obviously, अगर you don't know the results of these matches, आज का match like both of these matches, first leg with Inter, today's final with Madrid, both of these 50-50% मैं पहले ही बोल दिया. But if any of these like थोड़ा होता है, तो I prefer like रहेगा pressure रहेगा fatigue दोनों रहेगा. So yes, it's a very risky situation.
Yeah.
It's like a situation you'd never want to be in. क्योंकि
Right.
3 day intervals में every match है and it's like you don't get time to rest. कितना rotate करेगा
Right.
है ना तो कितना ही rotate करेगा यार.
Cool.
Okay, so lot of talk with Barca
Yeah.
and CDR, Inter, all of that. Let's get back to some Premier League, Rishabh. And by
Okay.
Premier League, best part would be to start with United and Wolves. Right after the remontada.
We are I think we are not even concerned about the Premier League anymore. uh, the only concern is if we
I mean, वो तो ज़्यादा बोलेगा to make yourself feel better right now.
no, I mean, see, this is already our worst season in history,
Yeah, yeah.
right? In history.
Is it the worst season in history?
So I think there was one season a long time ago when we got relegated,
But that was
right?
not Premier League.
No, that was not. If you talk about the Premier League era,
Premier
that
League.
is hands down the worst season.
Huh.
This is the worst season and worst team performance by any United team in the history.
Hmm.
Right? We have had very bad teams on paper. After Ferguson retired, we have had worse teams on paper, but even they did not perform this bad. So this is hands down the worst team in the Premier League for us and worst performance in the Premier League for us. Just the thing is, it's we are see, we will finish in the bottom half. I don't think we are going to go in the top half in the Premier League anymore. But just the thing is, if we say finish 1 or 2 places higher, वो थोड़ा सा 300,000 ज्यादा आ जाएगा as prize money, and then we can pay Casemiro 1 week salary, right? So, so अभी वही है. That is the only thing left, and there is nothing else left in the Premier League. I think we are going to put all our eggs in the UEL basket, and thinking about the possibility of United playing the UCL next season and City finishing above United and still playing the UEL is amazing. So yeah, coming to that. So if you look at the top five race, I think five places are confirmed for
हाँ.
Premier League teams
Hmm.
in the UCL, right? So first and second go chhod do, because Liverpool and Arsenal are almost confirmed. So third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and I think seventh. So these teams, right, there is a maximum of only 3 points difference.
Now, I think both of them have all five of them have the same number of same points.
No, the maximum point difference is three.
Maximum. Okay.
So I think Nottingham Forest, Man City, and who is below them? I think Newcastle. Oh, I think Chelsea or Newcastle.
Chelsea, I think.
Chelsea, yeah,
Not
whatever.
sure.
So they have a difference of they are either in the same points or they have a difference of 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
But then Aston Villa and Newcastle, they have a difference of 3 points from the Champions League places.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be such a
It's Chelsea. Newcastle is above them, fifth place.
right.
Oh.
So it's going to be such a tight thing, right? Who qualifies and who does not qualify. So I think Man City had a game against Aston Villa last week. So they won 2-1 in
Ah.
the last minute.
Ah.
In 90 plus 4, I think they scored a goal, City.
Ah.
So Pep was celebrating as if he won the UCL. So just imagine how important it is for Pep, because I get it, right? A manager like Pep, he would not want to be in the Europa League.
Yeah. He has never been
It's
there.
about the prestige as well, right, for a manager. So I completely get why it is so important for Pep to be in the Champions League next season. But you don't know, football is a strange game. You could see United playing the UCL and City playing the UEL. Who knows?
Aston Villa and Man City have just 4 point difference with the same number of games played, 34.
Right. I
And
think.
उनके
Yeah.
बीच में जितने भी teams आते हैं have one match in hand. Three teams
Yeah.
have one match in hand.
Yeah.
So Nottingham Forest can still, and Newcastle and Nottingham Forest, if City fuck it up,
Yeah. Exactly.
they're coming down here.
So yeah, that's one thing. And yeah, and you know what, from the last match, not from the last match exactly, from the first leg, people were giving Onana a lot of hate, right? And I understand, he like, even in his best days he makes a lot of mistakes. But it goes for every player actually. So you don't know what's happening with them in their personal lives, right? So I just read one article where they were saying that Onana's wife was robbed just before the first leg. uh,
Okay.
his his wife was robbed. So goalkeeping is is a job that requires a lot of focus. So when you have those things,
No, it does play. It does play a factor. Yeah.
plays a factor. But not disregarding what Onana has been doing. He's very bad.
वो तो season long का assessment है.
I think, yeah, and I think we desperately need a goalkeeper. And if we cannot get a goalkeeper, then I think Onana has to really step up, because he's not doing much.
So
And
like offloading Onana, keeping Bindir as the second one, and getting a better goalkeeper.
Binder is not still ready to be first choice. So
Yeah, I mean
we
he'll still be second choice. I'm
yeah.
saying, would you offload Onana totally? Like उसको बेच देगा
I
क्या?
mean, see, if we get money for it, if
हाँ,
we get good money for it, say he goes to Saudi or something and they pay us about 40-50, then
definitely.
I'm okay to offload him.
Hmm.
And I still can't understand why we offloaded De Gea. So
Oh,
so basically we sold De Gea and bought in Onana, because Onana was a ball playing goalkeeper. And ही प्लेज लॉन्ग बॉल्स ओनली ब्रो। मतलब मैं मैचेस देखता हूँ यूनाइटेड का, वो भी तो लॉन्ग बॉल ही डाल रहा है आजकल। तो वो तो डाया भी डालता था।
the
आई मीन
disappointment on your face.
आई मीन या, एंड व्हेन ही गोज टू प्ले आउट फ्रॉम द बैक वी यूजुअली एंड अप स्कोरिंग। आई मीन वी यूजुअली एंड अप कंसीडिंग। सो
हाँ.
या दैट्स वन
No,
थिंग।
but एक बात बता. Like I probably checked before, but I don't remember right now. But he wasn't like this at Inter, right? Like what do you think is the difference?
Yeah, I'll tell you. The a lot of things make a lot of difference. The thing is, in Italy, right, teams don't press that much.
Mm-hmm.
So in Premier League, no, most teams are at your face all the time,
Mm.
right? There is that, and the second thing is Inter had a very good defense.
Okay.
Our defense is still settling down. right? We don't have a very good defense in front of Onana.
You don't have a first shot defense. You don't have a.
Yeah, exactly. So lot of that scrutiny comes towards the goalkeeper as well if you don't have a good defense, right? So that's one thing. And yeah, and third thing is even about confidence. So if the overall team is not doing well, and one more thing is the forwards are not scoring goals. So say suppose if we concede even one goal, we don't know where the equalizer is going to come from because the forwards are not scoring. Now if
Forwards
say
are not.
suppose our forwards are on a roll, they are scoring 5 goals, they are scoring 3 goals every game.
How Manchester United forwards are supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So the defensive work becomes easier because we know that even if we concede a goal, we are going to score 2 goals. We know where the goals are coming from. So, but that's not the case now. So, all of those factors they contribute to.
Okay, but then you would need to do that. You would need to have a fully functioning midfield and then attack.
Right. I
Problem ये
think
है कि attacking front पे I think the
I think the attacking front needs
yeah
rebuilding. I mean, midfield, Firbi, it's okay. I'd
midfield
say.
is the best part right now I think about
Yeah,
your
correct.
team.
Yes. And attacking, I think with Matthias Cunha, right? I
हाँ.
think we are going to. So Matthias Cunha, I was reading out a stat, the amount of service that Garnacho receives at United. If Matthias Cunha would have received that much service at Wolves this
Mm-hmm.
season,
Mm-hmm.
he would have 26 goals. There is that expected goals thing, right? So his expected goals would be 26 if he received that amount of service which Garnacho receives at United.
Is he an out and out striker?
So basically, Wolves also play a 3-4-3.
हाँ.
Why United want Matheus Cunha so bad is because Wolves also play a 3-4-3 and Matheus Cunha plays in the number 10 position. So
Okay.
3-4-3 has two number 10s, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Matheus Cunha plays in that number 10 position and he's suited for that role. He's a what we say ready-made for this system. So that
Tailor
is
made.
tailor-made for this system
Yeah.
because he's playing in that position and he's doing well,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
That's why
Okay.
United desperately want him.
Understandable.
So yeah, and his outputs like his uh, chance creation and all that stuff is very similar to Bruno. So it will be hopefully it will be like having two Bruno Fernandes in the same team. So hopefully that will solve our goals problem. And then there is the prospect of Liam Delap also joining. So Liam Delap का ऐसा है कि both of them Matthias Cunha and Liam Delap they both have release clauses, right? So Matthias Cunha का release clause है 62.5 million and Liam Delap का release clause है if Ipswich get relegated, which they will. So his release clause becomes 30 million. So, but with I did not want a striker like Leon Delap at United because I want a striker who has a proven goal scoring record, right, in Europe.
Victor Osimhen
No, but Victor Osimhen is off
off the
the
charges. No, I just said.
because
But
because of his wages. He
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
asking for a lot of
340.
wages.
340.
Yeah, exactly. So and Ineos, they have made it very clear while coming that we are not going to give
इतना
extra.
दिहाड़ी नहीं मिलेगा तुमको.
Yeah, exactly. तुम काम करो फिर दिहाड़ी मिलेगा तो
No, but
that,
Delap also happens to be ex-Man City player, I think.
no, that was a very long time ago,
Yeah, I'm
and
just
yeah, I
putting
mean,
it out.
yeah, it's okay, no problem. Manchester का ही है ना, तो but still, yeah, I am skeptical about Dilap. I don't know how much he will be able to provide, but yeah, I am not skeptical about Cunha, but I was not skeptical about Sancho as well, and look how it turned out.
No, but do you think like either one will come or both are should be there? Both are like United
We
are targeting
need
both.
two forwards.
Ah,
You see, Cunha is almost done, so it's 95% done. So you can book that.
pre-agreement
Uh,
हो गया है क्या?
yeah, almost. मतलब release clause है, so you don't need to have an agreement with the club. You just need to have agreement with the player and Fabrizio and David Ornstein. They all of them are reporting that it's almost done.
Okay.
Right. So I think they are just waiting for the end of the season, and when the season ends, they'll announce it. So Cunha is done. We need a striker to play with Rasmus Højlund because I don't think
But
uh,
why? Why do you want to play with him? इससे अच्छा तो जर्गजी को डाल देगा ना, लाइक एज अ सेकंड
No,
स्ट्राइकर.
Xerxes is not an out and out number nine. No, that's
No,
the
हाँ
problem.
तो उसी के लिए तो you can get Delap ना. Delap can be the main
Yeah,
number
that's
9.
what I'm saying. So we'll look at options in the market. So even Chelsea won Dilap.
Okay.
So that's the thing.
Chelsea won.
Chelsea won everybody. So yeah.
Chelsea.
But I would say I would request. I mean, I would really hope that Chelsea they buy Sancho from us because it's like there was a clause in Sancho's loan deal that if Chelsea finish above the 15th place in the Premier League, they'll have to buy him, and if they don't buy him for 25 million, then they'll have to pay us 5 million and then send Sancho back, right? So I would say,
क्या business deal है, wow.
yeah, hey, Radcliffe.
Management.
So, so I would say no need to pay us 5 million. Let's have a game at Wembley. The loser will get to keep Sancho.
But देख लिया, like no shots fired, but देख ले. क्या पता
Oh, yeah.
मैच भी हार जाओ, सैंचो भी मिल जाए.
Oh, nice one.
Yes, yes, but Wolves. Yes, coming back to Wolves.
Yeah, I
Rishabh.
mean, really, I think we played well, but then again, we could not score goals. That is why we lost.
Wolves had one free kick because of which they
Yeah, they
scored. No?
scored that free kick.
But yeah, I mean, United kept their consistent. मतलब जो
Yeah,
उन्होंने
it
खेला था
was.
लियोन के
I mean,
against.
see, this is what I told you, right? Even
हाँ.
after that second leg with Leon,
Hmm.
that Ruben Amorim is now getting the hang of, how to
Managing. Hmm.
get the best out of his players. But the forwards are letting him down, so big time. So even Garnacho and Amas, right? They linked up very well in the wings. Oh, by the way, Dallo is out for the rest of the season potentially. So now I think Patrick Dorgu is going to play in the right wing back position, and Harry Amas is going to come in the left wing back, or Harry Amas and Luke Shaw. We will have to see who plays there.
पैट्रिक डॉर्गुड तो वैसे भी खेलता था ना राइट बैक में.
No, he used to play in the left.
लेफ्ट बैक. ओके ओके
Yeah. So now he is, I
ऑलराइट.
think, to the right, and then you will have you have options. You have Mazraoui there. You can
हाँ,
play with.
Mazraoui, why isn't he first
No,
choice?
he is playing in the defense. He's playing in
Defense.
the
Okay.
three-man defense is there now.
हाँ
तो
हाँ हाँ.
वो right-sided defense में खेलता है.
हाँ ओके.
So yeah,
आरसीबी.
you have options. You have Mazraoui, you have your Amas, Patrick Dorgo, you have Luke Shaw as well. He's back. So
No.
there is one thing which I really wanted, which could not happen, is with Zirkzee out for the rest of the season. If we could get Chido Obi Martin in
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
big squad, but he cannot be registered in the Europa squad anymore, right? So that is
No,
why.
but okay, now I have a question. So why do you need Delap when you have someone like Chiro Obi Martin?
But Chido is still very young, right? He
हाँ
needs
but
a season or two. No,
okay, but
so
like you can slowly integrate ना उसको,
yeah, sure.
क्योंकि वो खेल चुका है अभी.
Haha, that is there. But still, that he needs time, right? See, there is no guarantee that next season he will be better than Hoyland
हाँ वो तो
because
obviously.
he's not played in that. He's not had that exposure, no. So we still
How
need
how
that.
old is he? Like 17, 18.
Chido is 17, 18, something
Okay.
like that.
हाँ हाँ वो first striker. It's like Enric but for United.
Yeah, and bro, I think this Atletico match is going to be very difficult because Atletico Bilbao, because I think they have the best defensive record in Europe. They hardly concede goals. I
Bilbao
mean,
ना, yeah.
yeah, you would know better. You watch La
Ernesto Valverde.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's that guy as well.
Uh,
So what do you think? What do you think about Atletico Bilbao? Let's preview the match between United and Bilbao a bit.
no. Atletico. Wait one second. Athletic Bilbao. No? When is the match?
I think it's this Thursday night.
Thursday.
It'll
Okay.
be at Bilbao,
Mm-hmm.
the
Okay.
Basque country.
Athletic Club. Okay. No, it's a Friday.
Yeah, I mean Thursday night, na Friday.
Ah, yeah. It's a Friday. No, I think is he playing now? क्या नाम है इसका? इसका साइड किक, लमीन यमाल का जो साइड किक लेफ्ट विंगर.
Nico.
निको, yes.
Yes, he is.
मैंने रिसेंटली तो उनके हाइलाइट्स भी उतने नहीं देखे ऑनेस्टली. मैचेस तो दूर की बात है. I'm being very frank. Like I'm
No,
not
I
being.
mean you had a match against them, right, at some point this season.
हाँ. I mean, bearing
Ah,
that.
ah.
But I think like they are very strong. They are the best team right now, honestly. Europe में. And but then United can pull off. We have seen.
See, we are against. See, I'll tell you the gist of the thing.
Hmm.
Two teams are playing. One team does not concede, and the other team does not score. So I don't know how you're saying we'll pull off a victory. I
No, wait,
mean,
no, pull off a miracle is what I'm saying.
I don't know, man. I'm very skeptical because I don't know where the goals are coming from, and
नहीं
at Bilbao,
also
they don't concede that much. So
तो 2 तारीख को है ना मैच
yeah,
सेकंड में ना their
first.
last match was एथलेटिक क्लब का last match was your 23rd April if I'm not wrong.
I think they played against Real Madrid only, right?
नहीं लास्ट पामस उसके पहले रियल मैड्रिड वाला था 21st
हाँ,
April.
right. हाँ.
तो दे आर गेटिंग लॉट ऑफ रेस्टिंग टाइम एंड रियल मैड्रिड वाले मैच में दे रेस्टेड 10 प्लेयर्स फर्स्ट टीम प्लेयर्स.
So they have also put all their eggs in the
हाँ.
Europa League baskets.
Yes. So like you can see they're going for the Europa League. So either see I won't say it'll be I I feel it could be, but United could totally go without scoring a goal.
Yeah, that's
But
what.
but it can be like my prediction is like what 3-1 or
3-1
3-0.
Bilbao.
Yeah, 3-1 to Bilbao or 3-0 could also be possible. But यार एक तो कर ही देगी यार यूनाइटेड इतना तो like.
I don't know, man. Let's see. Let's see what happens. See, if we lose the Europa League, then it's dead rubbers for the rest of the season.
मगवायर
So
खेल रहा है ना.
yeah, I mean, what will he do? Then? Yeah,
What
he'll.
will it-
Oh, but one positive is we have Ahmad back. Our
Ahmad
best
is back, huh?
our best goal scorer before he got injured. Ahmad will be back. So that
Is
is
it
one very
ये
big
इसका
positive.
पहला मैच होगा after getting back.
After, yeah, I think he got injured after the City game, if I'm not wrong, and then he's coming back, and that's a very big positive because he was our best forward. So hopefully, I mean, yeah, we have that in our favor, but let's see what
But
happens.
first match right after coming back from injury and that to a semi-final clash.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, there are many factors to consider, and अपना PL का form तो is so bad. Wolves are the fifth team to do a double over us this season. Just imagine. It's so bad.
Nobody saw this coming.
Yeah, I mean,
कभी-कभी ऐसा लगता है टेन हैग ही रह जाता अगले सीजन होता.
nah, that's too much. I think Ten
No,
Hag should
that's
have.
his banter. Yes.
Yeah, I get that, but I think Ten Hag should have been sacked after the
Yeah.
Europa
I mean,
match.
देख क्या होता है? It's unnecessary pressure on Ruben पहली बात.
Yeah,
And second thing is like narrative set हो जाता है about his playing style.
yeah,
Because it's unfair to him. It's hugely unfair to him because he's coming from a very successful Lisbon team.
but kudos to him that he has stuck to his playing style and
Principles, yeah.
not abandoned that. So
Balls तो है, he's
not,
ballsy.
we have not had that for a very long time. So
He's ballsy.
yeah,
Okay, so next Man City. Let's have something on City. But also, you can also add something on Liverpool also.
I mean Liverpool, they have already won it. I think they need 1 point to win the league. So if
उसके बाद कुछ
they,
गार्ड ऑफ ऑनर मिल रहा है क्या guys?
I mean, we don't have a match against them anymore.
नहीं आई थिंक दूसरे क्लब से ही मिलेगा या
No, they still won't get the guard of honor because before their next game they would have not won it still. But yeah, after that they would get it. So let me just check who they play. Uh, Liverpool.
लिवरपूल
So they need a draw
या
minimum to win the title, right?
ओके.
So let's see who they have the next game. Okay, they have it against Tottenham.
ओह
So Tottenham can play spoil sport, or if
चोदले
they
पोगलू.
cannot, yes. Oh wow! There is
क्या?
this wonderful prospect. Do you know that Liverpool are fierce rivals with Everton, right?
Yeah.
Intercity.
Yes.
So if Liverpool get a result against Tottenham, be it a draw or
Yeah.
be it a win, they win the title, right?
No.
And the next game they have against Everton.
Yeah.
So let's see if Everton would give them a guard of honor. It'd be very interesting. Wow. And just imagine Tottenham beat Liverpool, and then Liverpool has a chance of securing the title against Everton. So
Either way,
that,
it's good.
huh?
Either way, it's good.
Good. I mean, it'll be good to watch. Yeah.
But getting back to City's performances, what do you
Yeah.
have to add? क्या बता दूँ मैं?
I think losing Rodri has been a very big blow to them.
When is Rodri coming back though? मतलब मैंने सिटी के मैचेस इतने फॉलो
I
किए
don't
नहीं है.
know. It's very secretive and very confusing what they do. You know, it is like how it was at United when Jose was the manager.
Hmm.
So hardly anybody knows what's going on with players.
Hmm.
Some people are saying Rodri will be back before the end of the season. Some are saying he is out for the rest of the season. We really don't know. I have seen him at the
एंड तो
touch.
आ ही गया और कितना बाकी है एंड का?
Yeah, no, I mean there are a few games right in the
Yeah, I
running.
mean, I
So
don't
yeah,
follow
some
this.
of them are saying he might be back for that. Some of them are saying he will not. So let's see what happens.
But yeah, इतना stark difference. Like basically पूरा season ही crumble हो गया just because of one player.
Yeah, just because of one player.
Just because of one player. Yeah, Kovacic tried, but he could not.
So I mean, looking at that, maybe I think he deserves a Ballon d'Or because if he's keeping a team like Man City glued together, that without him the whole team crumbles. So I mean, if he's won the Ballon d'Or, I think there is some credibility to it.
Yeah, yeah. I believed previously also. I think Ballon d'Or should be about midfielders. It's a long time.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
should be about midfielders because अभी के sport में, especially like no matter how fucked up it is, but still like midfielders deserve credit, lots of credit.
Yeah, right.
Barca में भी like if you remove Pedri, it's a different game altogether. Lamine
हाँ,
कितना भी try करे. So
right.
let's be honest. So yeah, anything more उस पे add करने का? Pep के reactions.
There's just as I said, there is a very tight race going on
हाँ
to
पहले ही बोल दिया.
UCL. Let's see what happens. To their good luck, I think Premier League has secured 5 positions in the UCL this season. If say they would have not done that, then it would have become even tighter because you needed four to finish top four to qualify for UCL. And there is another prospect of six Premier League teams playing in the UCL next season. So five from the Premier League, and then one of Tottenham United if they win the UCL. So imagine the teams who are 15th and 16th in the Premier League, they are competing for the UEL semi-finals. So,
Totally.
what a prospect of, it shows how unpredictable the Premier League is.
Okay. हाँ वो तो है. Like नहीं, you don't even need to deep dive into that. क्योंकि तू अगर सिर्फ टेबल देखेगा, मैंने जो बोला अभी, थर्ड एंड फिफ्थ के बीच, सिक्स्थ के बीच में, एस्टन विला और सिटी के बीच में 4 point difference, both
Right.
on the same games. उनके बीच में still have a match in hand and just like 1-1-1 करके gap है.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. What's
Cool.
next on the agenda?
The next is we will receive a here we go very soon for the next Pope. Theo is on it.
Yes.
He's talking to agents.
Yes, we. It's sad though. Like I mean, obviously, Instagram is flooded with. You can say like lots of tributes, primarily because Pope Francis. Honestly, like, I mean, I was also watching this movie called Two Popes. तूने देखी है वो?
Right.
I
Yeah.
was rewatching it. I
Uh,
mean, it's the perfect time to rewatch it, but like, I'll get to that later. But I mean, Inter का match था, I think, and they had like a full 1 or 2 minute silence on that. But what a time! So, yeah, having a conclave again, probably front runner is this Pope from Philippines. I think you
okay.
can't say it's a front runner, but I mean, there's this. You can have your first African American Pope. You can have your Pope from
So,
the first Asian Pope.
so how many goals and assists does he have? He
Hat
will
trick.
be able to adapt in Italy.
Inside forward. But yeah, like talking about Syria. So we've been talking
It's,
about,
it's delayed, right?
yeah,
For some time, I
yeah.
mean. Because of the-
Talking about Syria, like we already talked about Inter a lot. Like they crumbled in 2 matches. So
Yeah.
what's about Juventus? कुछ पता है क्या? Anything to hear about them?
वो लोग क्या है अभी थर्ड है ना ऐसा कुछ.
हाँ, यस, थियागो मोटा की यूवेंटस.
Juventus, I think they are going through a very strange phase. I mean, they
हाँ,
have not.
मतलब यू कांट से इट्स ट्रांजिशन भी है कि क्या समझ नहीं आ
Yeah,
रहा.
बहुत. It's very strange. I don't know what's going on with them, but yeah, I don't think they have gone through this phase themselves for a very long time.
No, it's
I
not
think
not.
after the season where Ronaldo left, right?
Hmm.
After that season, I think they started, with this phase of finishing third, fourth.
Currently fifth in the league with same number of matches
Fifth in the
played,
league. Yeah.
and they have like they're on 59 points, 12 below the league leaders, which is Inter.
Yeah.
Inter have a chance of completing a double now, but
Yes.
Napoli has the same number of points with the same number of matches. गोल डिफरेंस है, लेकिन गोल डिफरेंस 13 का गोल डिफरेंस है.
सी टेनहाग यार उसने डाया को भेज दिया, उसने स्कॉट मैकटोमिने को भी भेज दिया, एंड आई थिंक स्कॉट मैकटोमिने वाज अ वेरी कॉम्पिटेंट मिडफील्डर. आई डोंट नो.
नो, राइट नाउ यू नीडेड पर्सनल, तो डेफिनेटली रहना
हाँ
चाहिए
हाँ.
था. बट लाइक डिहाया हैज बीन बॉलिंग एट फ्योरेंटीना.
या ओके. टू गुड मैन.
ही इज
दे एक्सटेंडेड हिज
यूरोप्स वन ऑफ
कॉन्ट्रैक्ट.
यूरोप्स बेस्ट.
I was hoping that we bring him back, right, at the end of the season, but then Florentina extended his contract. So
Why would they not? Like, I don't
yeah,
see. It's like a blunder move because today it's like if you sent out Courtois because he is not a ball player. It's like that.
yeah, exactly. I mean, see, goalkeepers like De Gea, Courtois, Ter Stegen, Jan Sommer as well, I would
Ter
say.
Stegen को छोड़ सकता है. Ter Stegen, I'm just frustrated. But
But still,
yeah.
so these goalkeepers, right? Jan Oblak as well.
हाँ, Oblak.
So these are once in a generation goalkeepers. Your Neuer,
Neuer को बोल, yes.
Neuer is in a different planet.
उसका
It's
अलग
not.
लीग है यार.
Yeah, but still, these are very good goalkeepers, and at this day and age, to come by good goalkeepers, it's very difficult. But yeah, Emi Martinez, like Arsenal, they sold him. So yeah, I mean, you should have not sold AI. Let's see.
Yeah, sold, and then the way they sold them is like
Yeah.
sad. Nothing to be said.
Yo, by the way, talking about the way players are sold, I read up that Kevin De Bruyne, we forgot to discuss about him. He's leaving
Okay,
City at the end of the season.
sad.
And the funny part is, he did not want to leave City. City is forcing him out, apparently. They did not
City
even
does that.
discuss a new contract with him.
Huh?
Yeah, and that's strange. And now Aston Villa are thinking of bringing in De Bruyne. And just imagine if Aston Villa bring in De Bruyne and Aston Villa wins the league. Who will look like a fool?
I
You tell
mean,
me.
they can because Unai Emery. But
Yeah,
would De Bruyne go there?
bro, why wouldn't he? Aston Villa does not have any beef with City, right?
You don't need
Direct.
to have beef, but I mean, तू De Bruyne है यार, तू खुद सोच.
He would, but he would want to play at the highest level, right? So I don't know. He can go. I mean, I don't see a reason why he won't. But say hypothetically that happens, you look at Aston Villa's team then. Asensio, if they buy Rashford, then Rashford, then you have De Bruyne providing crosses. Oh, it
To Rashford, okay, that.
becomes too good with Emery as their coach. I mean, they would become a force to reckon with.
UCL loading.
Yeah, they are going to play the UCL, and I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
they.
yeah. UCL loading.
Yeah. No, that will be too far a stretch, but yeah, they might win some domestic competition.
No, but I heard कि like he's like at the twilight of his career, and
I mean, he's having a bad phase. I still think he has a lot in him to play at the
he's
highest level.
34 now. Abhi.
Yeah, just 34, man. I mean,
34, but then uska play style is a bit more aggressive than how would you normally play a 34-year-old midfielder.
yeah,
अब ही
that's
जैसे
so I think he
हाँ,
needs a change of.
he needs a better supporting cast, I feel.
Yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
Rodri आएगा तो he can stretch it.
But there is no point in discussing Rodri now with him because he's leaving already. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty. I really admired him. अच्छा player है वो काफी like he's probably I mean not probably he's a Premier League legend.
Yeah, of course.
Honestly, he's a Premier League legend, and I still feel एक साल तो he can juice it out. एक साल. का
Yeah,
contract
yeah,
दे सकते. I mean, if you can bring Gundogan back
yeah,
for one
exactly. So
year,
that's what I. Some decisions I feel it's very strange.
yeah,
That City
I
they
don't
make.
understand. He could have gone to Syria, though. Saudi se अच्छा, but
I think he'll remain in the Premier League. I don't know because there are a lot of talks about him joining Aston Villa. Let's see.
no, but he has also verbally said कि like ऑफर्स में हमेशा ओपन रहता है वो. एंड एट दिस स्टेज ऑफ योर टाइम जो तू अगर किसी भी ऐसा टॉप फ्लाइट क्लब में रहेगा, योर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट इज अ वेरी बिग पार्ट, क्योंकि तू प्रोवाइड उतना नहीं कर पाता है कंपेयर टू योर पीक ईयर्स.
Yeah,
एंड योर पैसा नहीं मिलता बिकॉज ऑफ दैट.
yeah.
तो इफ यू आर गेटिंग लाइक 50-60 million,
Hmm.
आई मीन पता नहीं 50-60 million तो ट्रांसफर क्लॉज हो. आई मीन
No, no,
हिज एंडिंग राइट.
free agent.
हाँ, free agent, yes, yes. So if you're getting 50-60 million, then like it's a win-win deal. Like you get to play another 3-4 years easily because of a lower league, and you get that more money,
Yeah.
considerably more money. So
Let's see what his personal ambitions are.
it's a tough choice between family
Yeah.
and chilling and personal ambitions. Yeah.
Yeah.
But to end with, Rishabh, I've been hearing this talk about, and I want to know your opinion. I've been hearing this talk about. I mean, either way, I think Ancelotti is going.
Yeah.
That's this confusion. I was listening to a podcast अभी. अगर सीडीआर जीत जाता है Madrid, I see him going either way. I will take your
No,
opinion.
he will leave. I don't think he'll stay.
Your no,
Yeah.
your opinion will be the ending part of this podcast. But either way, I see him leaving. अगर lose होता है, then there's a huge thing कि he might be sacked, and I am not. मैं Real Madrid को support नहीं करता हूँ very evidently, but I don't want him to get sacked. Someone like him of his stature, not just because उसने Madrid को like 3 UCL जिताया है, because like look at him, AC Milan, ठीक है.
Yeah.
But like, and with this talk of Xabi Alonso coming,
Hmm.
what do you think? Like, obviously, Madrid कैसे खेलेगी with how they will line up and all of that.
Hmm.
But like, what do you see? Like, because Madrid is a team. Madrid is, I think, the only team among the big teams who cannot function in a transition period. जब भी वो transition में गए हैं, it has been like abysmal for them. So what do you think? First, this Ancelotti going away, and then
Yeah.
Xavi
See,
coming in.
I would say they would not sack him because there's just 1 month left, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they're going to sack him. But regardless of what Real Madrid do this season, even if they win, say the La Liga and the Copa del Rey, I think they are going to part ways with Ancelotti. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ancelotti's time is done.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to retire as well. He said that this job is my last job. I'm going to retire after this. Right.
What about the Brazil contract?
I mean, he said last year, right, that he's going to retire. I don't know. Maybe he's retiring from club management.
Club management retire कर सकते हैं.
Yeah,
Brazil जा सकते हैं.
but yeah, he's. I think Real Madrid will part ways with Ancelotti, and if Xabi Alonso comes in, right, there is now two things here. He will obviously bring a very big tactical revolution at Real Madrid, right? And the players currently at Real Madrid are not used to playing at a very tactic heavy style,
Setup,
like now
yes.
in a very tactic heavy setup.
Yeah.
So that will be very interesting to see how he man manages, because Xavi Alonso, more than managing the team on the field, it will be about how he manages players off the field, because you have
Ego
your
clash होगा.
exactly. You have your Mbappes, you have your Vinicius. Like in the last video, you were telling me that Mbappe and Vinicius, you would personally like one of them to play and not both of them together, right, on the field.
I would see at least them starting like that in a setup.
Yeah.
See
So
what happens.
whatever it is, now
Yes.
if say suppose Xabi also feels the same way,
Mm-hmm.
right? He wants one of them to start and not both of them, just to make that balance of their team a little better. Now the person who is sitting on the bench, may it be Mbappe or Vinicius, will they be happy about it? And if they are not happy about it, how are they going to react? And how is it going to change the dynamics of the team in the dressing room? Right? So is
And
he
will
going
Alonso be able to handle it?
and will Alonso be able to
Yeah.
handle it? So if you remember when that guy Pochettino,
Hmm.
when he went to PSG, he
Mm-hmm.
could not handle the
Could not
ego
handle it.
of the field. and he was sacked eventually.
Hmm.
So that will be a very interesting thing to see if he's able to handle off. So see, in a team like Real Madrid, right? In a team like Real Madrid, uh, in a team like Bayern Munich, in a team like your Barca, in a team like Man City, more than on-field
Management.
management, off-field management is very important. I did not say United, because United are already in a transition period. We have a very young core of players, so there are less egos to what Mourinho used to manage when there was Pogba and all those guys. So even Jose Mourinho could not manage. Pogba eventually fell out, and all that stuff happened. So yeah, that's going to be very interesting as to how the players react to the tactical approach of Xavi, right? And how Xavi is able to, do the off-field man management. So that will be very important.
But I also feel between Mbappe and Vinicius, Rodrigo is just going to get sacrificed because
Anything could happen. No, so that's what. No, that is where the hard decisions come into
yeah,
play.
you have to take. You have to take.
Does Xavi Alonso have that guts to make the hard calls, right? That is the thing we have to see. If he has that guts, then maybe one season, maybe two season, then the third season, maybe Real Madrid will be back to their peak form. But yeah, that is the thing. If our Real Madrid, willing to sustain through that, are their fans willing to sustain through that? We have to
Also,
see.
trend भी तो add होगा तो like another ego to be to manage.
I mean, Trent, they go. He does not have much competition for his position.
Yeah,
He will come in as a first choice.
yeah.
So I don't think there will be a problem there. I think the main problem is how you will manage that front line.
Front line. Yeah,
So let's see.
yeah. Okay, okay. Lots of interesting talk.
Yeah,
Lots of analysis.
that
But
brings us to the end of
end
our
of
second
this
video.
end of this second podcast. तो अभी like what's on the line like we discussed is आज का final वो देखते
Yeah,
हैं. Hopefully things
and
turn out my way.
UEL and UCL semifinals. So we'll have a lot to
Yes.
talk about
Lot.
in
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
next video.
Next podcast is going to be content
it
that
it might it might either be you being cheerful or you sulking. So let's
सनग्लास पहन के आना पड़ेगा.
and maybe by the end of the last podcast, I mean by the start of the third
Third
podcast,
podcast. Huh?
United will already be out of the UEL. Who knows if we lose 5-0 in the first leg.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen. But
Yeah,
let's see. Let's see. Let's hope
let's
best
see.
चीजें होती है.
But
Okay.
yeah, great week to look forward to.
Yep. Totally. Okay, that's it for this podcast. We'll be seeing you soon. Thank you. Bye bye.
Yes, thank you. Bye bye.